I'm glad to be here, more confident than ever, just by being here, playing with these guys, and competing with a lot of these guys.
What's different about being kind of the weird transfer guy to feeling like maybe you've assimilated yourself with this program, maybe from a leadership standpoint?
I would say I'm involved in a lot more, just being more involved with most of the players, the leaders that's in the room is more talented than anything. So I'm glad to say I'm with those guys, and being able to compete with those guys is very great.
Why'd you switch to number one this year?
Say it again.
Why'd you switch to one?
To be honest, it's more of a mindset thing. I got to change how I feel, or once you look good, you play good. So that's more of my thing.
Is there any further significance? I mean, there's usually some pretty good players here at Boise State and have rocked that number. And it's been a long time since a defensive player actually.
Right.
It's been the wide receivers that have had dibs on that thing for.
Well, I'm not more of the number thing. It's more of, like I said, it's a mindset type of thing. Look good, you play good. So that's more of me.
All the coaches just raved about your spring. What did you think you did so well those 15 practices or whatever?
I'll say I'm being more involved in competing, just being out there with Static and the rest of the wide receivers out there, just attacking different situations is more my thing. I'm excited to say I've been there and I did this already, so it's good for me to compete with a lot of those guys again. So.
You've started so much. You've played so much football in your career. I think you came in with 17 career starts from Bowling Green. Where do you think you can still get better, even though you've played so much football?
I say I get better each and every day, just by stepping on the field with those guys that we have, more situationally, more technical sound, and know my situations of what I want to do as a corner. Just being involved with a lot of things like that.
How's Demario Warren helping out versus maybe what Jerron would have been doing, or just some differences there? You got yourself a new position coach this year, man.
Sure. No, he's a great coach. He teaches everything right. Fundamental. He's a great coach and does everything right. Teaches a lot of the young corners out there about what our situation is and what we do. So he's a great coach. He just helps me compete more in each and every day. So just being out there with him is great.
You mentioned it being a mindset now, and you talked in the spring about how, hey, you're coming back for a reason, and you got to take advantage. There's no more time. I mean, how are you kind of approaching this fall camp? And I assume you're a pretty motivated guy.
Oh yeah. This camp, it's a new year. I'm happy to be here. It's time to change some things. Out there just being developed, everything that I'm doing, competing with the guys that I have behind me is more important. Knowing that they ain't got to compete. I'm right here. You feel me? So it's more of that situation. I'm there for the guys, and just like it's a new year. It's time to step up and do what I got to do.
You got the four guys that all started some games last year, and y'all probably think you deserve to start again. I mean, what's that competition like with a lot of guys that played a lot last year?
Oh, the depth is there. We got a lot of guys to compete. We got a lot of guys that's there to really compete for a lot of people on the team, and we got a lot of people and a lot of players that's going to be there, and we're going to compete in everything that we do.
You said you wanted to come here initially because you wanted to win. What did you find out, or what did you learn about being a part of the Boise State culture over the last year?
Like I said, everything about the Broncos is everything. When I touched down here, when I first got here, it was everything. Just by the coaching staff, just by the players, and how well they taught me. Just being new here, and it was great. The culture is everything. The fans are everything, and it's exciting.
It's kind of crazy. I mean, around here, 7 wins isn't the standard, and that's not acceptable. Technically, that's more games than you won your entire career at Bowling Green. So how have you processed that? I guess.
It feels great. Just being out there, knowing that we're winning everything we do. It feels amazing just to win. Knowing that you come back home to a win is everything. You get to sleep on that, so yeah.
Defensively, do you look around, do you look at some of the pieces you got, whether it be Matlock or Skinner or some of these guys, and say, this could be a pretty special group on defense?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. When I'm out there on the field, I feel confident than ever. That we got JL back there, Scott up the front line. We got a lot of guys. Like I said, we got depth. We got a lot of guys willing to compete on the field with me. So that's all I need is my brothers to be right there behind me. So.
How has Markel looked since coming back from the injury?
Oh, he's a dog. That's my guy right there. A lot of guys, even right there next to him, we got Reek, JC. We got a lot of guys out there that's willing to compete. But Kale is a dog. I love Kale's mindset. He motivates me to be what I am right now as a corner. So yeah.
Stephon Cobbs has garnered a lot of preseason recognition. From your side of the ball, what do you see that makes him like have the ability to have that type of season this year?
Oh, static's quick. Everything that he does, his movements, just know his technical sound. Like everything he does is, it's perfect. And I try to compete with him, iron sharpens iron, and that's everything that we do on the field. We compete with each other.
Other than static, what receiver have you seen? A lot of new guys, man. They're all trying to make plays this year. There's a lot of balls to go around.
Most
Who's the
definitely.
guy that pops into your head, Caleb, that
Well,
is going to have a good year? One guy.
I would say, Billy, but most of the receivers are talented. We have a talented receiving core. Like everything that, is out with them. They're competing with me, and I'm excited to be there with those guys. And Billy has stood up. Austin Boat has stood up. A lot of the receivers are different. So it's good to compete with those guys. I believe they're the best in the Mountain West. So without them, I couldn't be the best me. So.
The defense forced a bunch of turnovers last year. How do you feel the secondary is doing so far in fall camp?
We're gonna be there. We're gonna be there. Everything that we do as the defensive core, and knowing that we have defensive backs is gonna take away the ball bandits, ball hogs. That's all we need on this team, and we're gonna be there. Everything that we do.
What motivates you? Like, what pushes you? I mean, you don't tweet very often, but I noticed in mid-July you tweeted out just watch. Like, what motivates you?
I would say one thing that really motivates me is just getting up every morning, being thankful that I get to play football every day. I've been playing this sport ever since I was young, so it's good to wake up and knowing that I get to play this sport again. And a lot of players really don't understand that when you wake up in the morning. You got to thank God that God blessed you with this football ability and these skills to use it. So I'm kind of motivated by God waking me up each and every day in the morning, knowing that I'm about to play the sport I love.
Kind of along those same lines, you've had a long career. This is it for you, right? This is your last season in college. How has that changed your approach to the game, or has it?
It's changed tremendously, just by the mindset of attacking every day, each and every day. Whether it's receivers or, just getting out on my own, working my own craft, and I'm excited,
What did you prove yourself last year? When you started, this defense was pretty successful, and
Yes, sir.
noticeably the pass defense too. So what do you feel like you bring to this defense that makes the difference?
Most of just my aggression to being a corner, just knowing me, like how well I play corner, just with those guys behind me, I know we're going to be unstoppable. So that's most of my thing.
What brings out the physicality in your game? Because you're probably known as probably the more physical corner in that game.
Just knowing that nobody can out compete me. Like I'm out there by myself, and I gotta have that mentality that this man in front of me can't whip me. So that's most of my thing and my mindset. Every time I step out on the field, knowing that person in front of me can't beat me.
What did you think when you heard that Tyreek Jones was moving to nickel, and how does that help the secondary, you think?
It's helping us. Everything that Ty Jones has done has been unstoppable by his knowledge and everything that he helps the defense more and more each and every day.
You talked about Cobbs, but how often do you go against him in practice? And when you get in those one-on-one battles for 8 seconds or whatever it is, what's that like?
Me and him just be talking. Like I said, iron sharpens iron. When I'm in front of him, he tells me to give the best I give, and I give the best he gives. Like, we just compete and go after it each and every day.
How often do you guys go against each other in practice?
Every practice, yeah.
You talk about that competition. You being from Baltimore, he being from Texas.
Yeah.
Two very like.
Oh, no, yeah.
that's
I'm
where
going to get in
you're
his
from.
head. I'm going to get in his head.
So
I'm going to get in his
what's
head.
that kind of like? Like, how does that make y'all feel on the field?
Two guys just getting after it. It's not even about the states. He's a man in front of me. I'm a man in front of him, and we bleed. You know what I'm saying? Like, same blood. Like, it's just a matter of competing. Just getting out there. Me and Static just going after it.
You guys got a nickname, DBs?
For as far as me,
Of the Legion of Blue, the Blue
oh,
Man.
D-boys,
Like, you know,
D-boys for sure.
D-boys.
D-boys for sure.
What's that mean?
Defensive guys. Like, we stopping all that. We on that.
Do you notice the difference between practice this year and last year at all?
I'm more of one-on-one type of guy. Like I don't know. I say like I said, my mindset is just competing. Having that mindset to change things, I would say is way different than last year.
What about even like the team? Like, do you feel like there's much of a difference or anything with efficiency of practice, energy of practice, anything, or is it?
Oh yeah. We definitely come out there with a lot of energy and guys that's willing to compete. I would say that's more of the new difference on this team, and the culture has changed tremendously. Even with the coaches are doing a great job just by doing with these guys, and on the defense and offense. Coach D pushes me daily to be the best me. So yeah, he has been pushed all of us to work the best us. So